Hey guys, Spartan here, welcome back to Risk of Rain 2. I would have done a video of this immediately after the patch, but OBS failures. I'm pretty sure that I've explained this both in my Discord channel and in the other series I was doing. So, we're gonna be playing some game. Yeah. Rex. Not actually gonna be playing as him because I think he's absolutely garbage. Natural toxins. It causes weaken, which reduces movement speed, armor, and damage. Two of which are useful on enemies to have, you know, but what enemies actually have armor? Like, there's the Clay Doomstrider who has an armor state, and there is Aurelianite, but other than that, like, who actually has armor? This move, 3 times 80% damage, the last syringe weakens and heals for 30% of damage dealt. Downside is that it's really slow, and 30% of damage dealt isn't really that much, because if you want to stack up your damage, there's no real way to aside from, like, Crowbar or Shaped Glass. But if you have Shaped Glass, then you're probably not really playing this character very well, because it costs, like, all the abilities cost health, which will pretty much screw you over because they remove you out of the one-shot threshold. Oh, by the way, that's a thing that I only recently found out about, so yeah. This attack is actually pretty good. It's really fast, it does a lot of damage, it has infinite range, pretty much. The only downside is, of course, costing health, which is pretty shitty. So, yeah, it sucks. Use it. 10 out of 10. It's pretty much the only good skill this character has. Disperse. You want a mobility move? This isn't it, Chief. It's like Lucio's Boop from Overwatch, except it pushes you back if you're in the air. That's how your mobility is. Yeah, it sucks. Don't use it. Tangling Growth. Actually pretty decent, but it's best in combination with multiplayer, where you can actually use teammates to combo with it, because 25% of your current health is really, like, really bad. I mean, it does heal you, but the damage it does is a one-time thing, and it's got a pretty heavy cooldown. So, to show off new stuff, I'm going to be playing as Huntress because it's the character I play most, more comfortable with them, and they're fast. And, okay, so the way you unlock Rex is you have to go to the back of the thing, you need to grab this fuel array, and you have to keep it with you for a fair while. I won't be picking it up because it actually kills you if your health gets below 50%, that's its effect, other than unlocking Rex. So, yeah, you probably shouldn't pick it up unless you're trying for a challenge run. But I'm not currently, because I'm going to try to show stuff off. So Rex's stats are roughly the same as the Engineer's are. I mean, it's decent, but I mean, the Engineer doesn't hurt himself, he isn't, like, masochistic. Hey look, medium chest immediately, that's good. Can I get a Will-o'-the-Wisp from this? That would be fantastic. Why do I always say fantastic so much? I guess it's just a verbal thing I do. So yeah, new update. It added some stuff that's fairly important. It fixed how some items stacked. It nerfed Sticky Bombs because Sticky Bombs was just the best item in the game. Now it's honestly pretty garbage, but I mean, it still does something. It's just no longer the super best item in the game. Must stack 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. Sticky Bomb was just too overpowered before, honestly. Now it's just a 5% to deal 180% damage, and the damage does not stack. Only the proc chance does. Alright, what do I want? I want random, because I don't want a shield generator or a rusted key. Soldier Syringe is pretty good. Pretty decent starting item. I don't remember if they buffed Soldier Syringe or if it was always 15%, because I remember it probably was 15% due to the fact that Soldier Syringe in the first game was 10%, but it's 15% in this game. I could picture them nerfing Soldier Syringe to 10%, but then again, why? Okay, Topaz Brooch. This item is crazy good. What it does is give you a shield of 20 health whenever you kill an enemy, and it does deteriorate over time, but I mean, if you have a low health character, such as, like, say, the Huntress, then this item is just crazy good, because you can you throw a glaive, kill 2 enemies, you get a shield for 80, no, not 80 health, 40 health. That's still a pretty good amount. Unfortunately, actually no, did they fix that? It was a thing where if you had shielding and you activated a Shrine of Pain, you could pretty much mitigate the damage. You still can't activate Shrine of Pain unless you have the correct amount of health though, so I mean, it's not like it really matters in the long run. But yeah, this item is crazy good, and the rate at which it deteriorates is based off your max health, I believe. So there's like no way to super cheat it with shaped glass. Speaking of shaped glass, I want to do a lunar item based run, and there was no shrine there. That's just great. This is one of the 3 spots that you can spawn in, but I very rarely actually see it spawn there, unless the teleporter also spawned there for some reason. Don't know why. So let me check. 93% health. Yeah, that definitely was not 93% of my health. It did take the barrier into account, which is good. More ways to cheat money. I imagine that is to balance out the fact that you don't get that much money by sacrificing health as the Huntress, as much as you do other characters, at least. Hey, guess what? The one Newt altar spawned in the place that's the furthest away to get. I'm pretty sure I actually can't get over there with 1 jump and no speed buffs. Oh, nice crits. I do like the sound of crits. It does get annoying eventually, but not yet. You know what? I'll try at least. I want to kill this piece of crap before I do, though. There you go. Alright, Geronimo! And no. If my cooldowns were like half of what they were, or I had a hard light afterburner, geez, that does a lot of damage. Probably could get over there, but yeah, I guess no Newt altar for me. At least there's a chest here. If this chest contains a medkit, I'm gonna be angry, because I could have used that earlier. Oh, another topaz brooch. You know what? I'm confident in my ability to take down the boss immediately if I have this many shields. Topaz brooches early game are crazy good. Hey look, Wandering Vagrant. It actually spawns something that I can kill for shielding. The little explosive thing. There you go. Such a good item. Over the maybe, how many items were added in this last update? Maybe 7. I think this is the best one. Wait, when did I get a war banner? Oh, I must have got it from the sacrifice altar. Not the sacrifice altar, the chance altar. Shrine of Chance, that's what it's called. Come on, kill the vagrant. Kill it. He's about to use his shockwave attack. I can probably just tank the shock attack, who cares? Did a lot of damage, but it didn't matter because I had all the shields in the world. And you are toast. And you know what they say. Nah, they do not say anything, because they are dead. Well, I have like the tankiest build already for the first stage. This is going quite well. I did do one run, which I probably would have actually continued that run. If it weren't for the bad luck I got on the first stage, there were 4 containers in all of the level. There were 3 Shrine of Pains. And I don't like getting drones, so yeah. I didn't even see any drones. I saw like 1, but it was a healing drone, so it didn't really matter. I just quit because my damage was too low. Abandoned Aqueduct, Origin of Tar. Apparently there's some lore thing that people are going on about that, like, supposedly the wisps are actually, like, created by tar beings or something like that. it ties in with some lore of the new area, related to the new boss. However, I do not know the relevance of that because, I mean, I never trust lore if it's not official lore. Lunar Bud, I have 57 coins, why not? That's Corpse Bloom, so that's why not. That is literally the worst item in the game. That is the one item that I will never ever pick up again. I picked it up once. Actually, no, I picked a few up on one run, but it stacks very terribly. What it does, of course, is it doubles your healing, but it makes it all healing over time, aka you can only heal for 10% of your max health per second. Doesn't sound bad, does it? But it means that you can only heal fully every 10 seconds. Which really sucks considering the fact that it still doubles your health. If you stack it, it makes your healing, 200% better, which is, it's pretty good. But it means you can only heal fully every 20 seconds. So it's pure garbage. Compared to the new lunar items that they added in the game, speaking of lunar items, is there, yes, there is a shrine up there. I shall activate this to hopefully show off the new item that got added. Because we got one new lunar item. And Gesture of the Drowned got nerfed a bit. Then again, Gesture of the Drowned was like ridiculously overpowered. And it wasn't a breaking nerf like, oh, it's useless now. It's just balanced. A bit more, less game breaking. In the stacking terms, if it's still like one Gesture of the Drowned is still as good as one Gesture of the Drowned before. Hey, Infusion. Probably my favorite item. Actually, no, what am I saying? Will of the Wisp is my favorite item. My favorite defensive item. Because a lot of people complain, oh, you just get one-shotted by everything, so what's the point? I mean, you could gain health so that you aren't one-shotted, perhaps, thinking emoji. So, I found out why people like to run a bunch of, shaped glass, maybe 7 or so. Set your health to, 12, or some very small number. That's because apparently there is an instant kill denial threshold where you cannot actually be killed in a small period of time if you were on full health. And, yeah, basically, if you have, say, 300 health and you were to take 500 damage, you won't die from it. You will remain with a little bit of your max health. Well, a little bit of your health, yeah. Remaining, so that you aren't killed in one hit. Which is good balancing sake, but it then encourages you to just stack shaped glass if you have, say, a bunch of tougher times. So you get hit once, yes, but then you don't die afterwards. And I believe it does work against burning and status effects like that deal damage over time. Even though there are only 2 status effects that deal damage over time that the player can not get. And that is Elite Fire, which actually you can get through Nakahana's Opinion. Not Nakahana's Opinion, what's it called? Ifrit's Blaze or something like that? The item that the champions drop. And the Imp's Bleed, which you actually cannot get because it's only the imps have it, and the game doesn't tell you that they have it because it doesn't even have its own, little thing. But yes, they deal damage over time. It's kind of annoying, but it's very non-noticeable. The only downside it really does to you is that you can't use medkit. Thus showing off why medkit is still utter garbage. Let me get some armor-piercing rounds. They got buffed, so that if you stack them, they give, 20% instead of 10%. So they're effectively twice as good for every go that isn't, the first one. Because it's still the same. Collect more lunar coins. I have not actually cheated my lunar coins into, the levels that you can do, because you can just go into the files and change the amount of lunar coins you have, and you'll be like, oh, okay, fine. Here you go, have 20 million lunar coins. So if you see screenshots with people with a bunch of lunar coins, they cheated, obviously. Meanwhile, I, the honourable Spartan man, who does the things, obtained all of these legitimately through trash runs, which is where you go through the game, and then you just give up when you can go to the obelisk, so you can get 5 free lunar coins. It sounds stupid, sure, but it's honest. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Remember that meme? Do people still use that meme? I think I saw one a few days ago, but not sure. Could be hallucinating. Maybe. I am growing old. I am growing nowhere near old. Gasoline. Fantabulistic. Have I been giving coherent commentary all this time? That's a first. Maybe it's because I got enough sleep for once. Actually got way too much sleep, as opposed to the last video I recorded where I got like 5 hours. Went off 5 hours to maybe 13 or so. I got more than enough sleep last night. I honestly think I slept in a bit too much. And can you die, please? Come on, one hit. There we go. Take that, you chonkies. Hey, look, more health. This seems to be the health run instead of the glaive build run. No, I'm just kidding. Every Huntress run is a glaive build run. It is the best secondary ability in the game, bar none. I mean, just with one glaive, you kill half of an army. I fully expect glaive to be nerfed, maybe for it to bounce once less. I wouldn't approve of it, but I expect it. It's just so strong. It's like... then again, if the Huntress doesn't have glaive, would the Huntress be good? I'd like to see that somebody make a video of the Huntress without the glaive. Then again, that would kind of be like, oh hey, every character without their secondary skill, and compare who's the best. The answer to that is clear though, it would be Engineer, because the Engineer never uses his secondary skill. Honestly, like, the only time the Engineers use their secondary skill is if they're fighting a boss and they just want to spam and throw them all out at once. Hooray, blue portal. Right, I want to try and find the new item that they added. Because the new item is really fun, and it actually may have been the thing that was causing the issues with my recording. It's a usable item, so I'd have to throw away the Prion accumulator. But it's worth it. And there it is. It's right there on the left. I will pick that up as soon as I look for other items. Aegis, new item. If you heal above full, up to 20% of your max health, you get as shields. As in the topaz, whatever we call it, amulet. I really don't want these because I can barely sacrifice my items. How many green items do I even have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4... I have 4. I can't even buy it. So we're gonna buy this. Spinel tonic. Gain a massive boost to all stats. Chance to gain an affliction that reduces all stats. What this does is, it gives you a crazy amount of buffs. Like, so much that you can pretty much shred bosses with this. But there is a 20% chance that if you use it, afterwards you will get something that reduces all your stats by 5%, while you are not under the effects of it. So basically, it punishes you for not using it if you use it too much. It's kind of like addiction when you think about it. You know, it's like that Archer thing, you know, if I'm worried if I stop drinking this, that the accumulated hangover will completely kill me, which is pretty much what happens. Alright, so yeah, this is the new area. It contains a new boss that sometimes spawns, and that makes it the only enemy in the game which I have not gotten a logbook for. I've got a logbook for fucking Aurelia Knight, but not for this guy, because I've fought him maybe twice. Honestly, the new boss, it just suffers and dies horribly if you have Will-o'-the-Wisp, so if you can grab some Will-o'-the-Wisps, like, you should, first off, and yeah, completely screws you over. No, not you over, them over. So, out of 10, how good would I rate this map? Well, I'd probably have to rate every single map in general. Titanic Plains, I would probably give, you know, an 8. It's pretty standard, you know, decent first map. You know, I never turn my nose up at it. I'd have to rate the, I forget the name of the other one, the other starting area. Oh god, I'm being shot at by one of the new enemies! It's the Clayman with the gun! Honestly really annoying, but really suffers heavily if you can stun him. Or it, or whatever. So, this is kind of a pseudo buff to stun grenade, because stun grenade honestly kind of sucks, but not if there's a certain enemy that completely perishes to it. Insert Obama, then perish here. Maybe I should have used Spinel Tonic against that guy. He is pretty tanky, does some pretty heavy damage if you're not behind cover. It's pretty good. This is an equipment drone. If you have equipment, you can spend it on the drone, and you'll get a drone that whenever the equipment is off cooldown, it will use it. That is fairly useful for certain items, such as like the disposable missile launcher, you know, items that require no skill, radar scanner maybe, but against items that buff you, it's completely useless, so don't use Spinel Tonic with it. I don't even know if the... Actually, no, I'm pretty sure that the equipment drones cannot get the spinal fluid debuff. Wouldn't really make much sense. That's because it's not really a debuff per se. It's a bit complicated, and there's that bleed from the imp that I was talking about earlier. If you could see it, because it's blinking, you'll miss it. Want some tougher times, because they are good. Excellent. What the hell did I hit over there with a critical? So Spinel Tonic's, like, the debuff that you get, it is affected by 57 Leaf Clover, so it changes to, you know, if you proc the debuff and you actually get it, it will re-roll once more. And considering an 80% chance to not get it, then pretty high chance of you not actually getting debuffed at all if you have the 57 Leaf Clover, which is really good. Some pretty neat synergy, thus proving that 57 Leaf Clover is just like the god of all items. Yeah, I'm going to use this stupid shrine once more, and if I don't get an item then I'm just going to leave, because inflation, inflation, inflation. Every favourite DeviantArt thing. I really hate DeviantArt. I actually really don't hate it, I hate the artists on it. You know what, I'm going to pick this up and then go activate that equipment drone. Because why wouldn't I want free damage? This is just a good example on how it is. Equipment drones can be kind of hard to see. Wait, where was it? It was over here, I believe. It was like a little thing poking out. Was it up top? Nope. I'm lost. God damn it. Oh, there it is. Wonderful. Okay, so that thing is just going to fly around and shoot out missiles every now and then. It's like a missile drone, except, yeah. Does not gain any benefits from my stuff. I also like how lunar items have now, they have like a crazy glow around them, so you can see them from across the map. Now the downside of looking at spinal fluid is that you may think it's Hellfire Tincture, which is just garbage. Hellfire Tincture is, of course, is that a... Fuck me, I could have just activated that one. And the frames are dying. Hang on a second. No, I'm not getting an over-encoding failure. Wonderful, that means that this video will see the light of day. Haha! Okay, I'm just gonna jump down here. This map is huge, and honestly I don't think it's that good that it's that huge, because it just means that it's more spread out. Sure, this is better in multiplayer. This is probably the only map that is much better in multiplayer. Yeah, maybe the forest aspect is too, but whatever. Because, yeah, all of this empty space here. Like, no items spawned here. I really don't like that. Wow, literally nothing spawned here, not even the Newt altar. Well, in multiplayer you can pretty much expect items to spawn here, but I guess not now, because it just wants to waste my time. What the hell over there took 331 damage? So the boss that sometimes spawns on this stage, the Grove Keeper, he likes to jump, and there was a recent patch that wasn't the actual patch that added this, nice confusion, that one of the changes listed was that he no longer likes to throw himself off the cliff and kill himself. Hey look, Imp Overlord. Since I don't know where Imp Overlord is, he's going to spawn somewhere random in the level, which of course, oh yeah, those things apply the tar debuff. Which means that most likely he's going to go and try and kill my equipment drone. which sucks because I kind of want that equipment drone. Fuck it, I'm going to use the Spinel tonic. So this is why it usually kills my file sizes, because of this effect that it has. I don't know if you can even see the effect or if it just looks like a storm of pixels, which is just saying I say a lot. But yeah, it looks janky as fuck. Oh, drone, you're finally joining me. That's good. You see, the drone does deal a pretty decent little chunk of damage. As long as it doesn't, you know, kill itself. Well, not kill itself, just get itself killed. What is my attack speed at? It's, roughly 45%, I'd say. Plus 45%, I'd say, not just 45%. That would be only possible if I had a lot of Spinel tonic debuffs. And yes, I've seen what happens when you get a bunch of Spinel tonic debuffs. It is not pretty. You become like the snail of life, and you can deal no damage. I don't want to use it again. It's kind of a... this is how a lunar item is supposed to be designed, and how it should be designed, where, you know, it's a gamble to use it, but it is really good. Hey look, Will-o-the-Wisp, that's something that would have been useful if I fought the fucking Grove Tender. Hooray! And they're all dead. I'm pretty sure I missed a fair amount of treasure in the level, so, yeah, let me go back and try and see if I can grab those. Well, that was very, non-fruitful. Interesting, those fireworks didn't really have good range. There's a greater wisp over there that nothing decided to target. I wonder why. So, back to talking about Rex. If you manage to get the fuel cell from the first stage all the way here, if you take it up onto this ledge, which you can jump over from that one, you see Rex is right here, and you need to take the fuel cell, and then you'll say press R to use, or E, or whatever button you have, and you revive Rex, and he just stands there, does nothing. But you unlock him, so that's good. That's how you unlock him. And, yeah, then you can use him, and you can be like everybody else on day one who decided to use nothing but Rex. Even though I still don't get the point of him. I know he has potential, but he's just too slow. And that's slow as in, you know, doesn't do much very quickly, and not physically slow, because I play Engineer. Monster Tooth, that got buffed, it's now 6 health instead of 4, and my god, you stupid drone, what are you doing flying off? You know what, fucking Spinel Tonic. Engage the Vaporwave Cannon. That's honestly pretty much what this is, it's just Vaporwave aesthetic. Hopefully I don't get the debuff, because I really can't stand getting it probably this time. Okay, no debuff. That's nice. It's always nice to not die from a Spinel Tonic. Equipment drone is not dead, which is good. Yeah, the real downside with equipment drone is it draws aggro to itself because it does attack, unlike healing drones. I mean, it can fly, but it's slow. Also, I only really took 200 damage from a, whatchamacallit, a greater wisp. That's surprising. Those things deal like thousands of damage. I just realized I have 2 rusty keys and didn't find a rusty lockbox in either of the last stages. Maybe it's because I'm just not looking for them. Or maybe it's because they are just really well hidden. Well, not really well hidden, more like hard to see. Is that it right there? Yes, it is. It's because I was actually looking for it. And Bandolier, nice item. No joke, Bandolier is pretty good. Bandolier's little catches that it gives now actually flicker when they're about to go away, so you know whether it's worth it to run after one. Wow, that's a lot of greater wisps and bronze contraptions. Most likely my drone is going to die in the next 30 seconds. Unless it actually decides to try and, you know, defend itself. It can't really defend itself very well because it's a use item thing. it has a 40-second cooldown on that missile launcher. Also, Wax Quail Gang sign in. Such a mediocre item until late game. It's like one of those items that if you don't stack it, it does nothing. But if you do stack it, you go fast as hell. I'm actually doing a reasonable thing and carrying a drink with me. It is like pine juice or something like that. It's called like tropical sunshine or something like that, I don't know. It tastes okay. It messes with my throat though a bit. As in, it is very not satisfying. Also, Old Guillotine. Really, really good item. Especially for a common. So, yep. Kill low health elites. So basically 5% of an elite's health is effectively gone. Also, nice backup mags I'm getting here. Those are good. I need a way to reduce my cooldowns a bit faster though. At least faster than Bandolier. Also notice how the Topaz Brooches are no longer really doing much because of my health being so high. Okay, note to self, always double jump. I just wanted to see how much damage I was going to take. And it was a lot. What the hell? Why am I even healing so quickly? It can't just be the slugs. Oh yeah, I have a, Titanic no. Also, my equipment drone is not dead. What the hell? That is honestly super surprising. Let me just yeet myself over here. Okay, I believe I'm getting to the point where my damage is starting to fall off. I kind of need to rely on my items completely. If only I had Artifact of Glass. I'm pretty sure Artifact of Glass is not coming back because Artifact of Glass was just... Artifact of Glass pretty much just means, oh hey, you need infusion otherwise you're going to die. That was just how Risk of Rain 1 kind of was. You'd think it don't be like it is, but it do. Ooh, Alien Head. Sweet. So, Bandolier got nerfed, by the way. Instead of just giving you one use of your ability back, it now resets the cooldown of it once. So, that's not good if you're stacking up like 20 attacks and then you get a Bandolier and, like, oh, your attack was about to recharge anyway. So you get, like, maybe half a second of use out of it. Kinda really is not as good as it was before. Alright, let's go. Let's fight this boss. Wherever it is, whatever it is. It's just a Stone Titan, okay. 2 Stone Titans, actually. Alright, and spam glaives. Wow. Those Will-o'-the-Wisps are really doing work. And it's done. Well, you know, my damage isn't actually lacking. It's just that I don't want to use the Spinel tonic to buff it constantly. Because of the chance of me getting the downside. I mean, it'll be my downfall. Insert downfall here. No debuff again. That's pretty good. It's 3 from 3. Let me get out of there. You know what, I was going to complain about the chest being really expensive, but... I mean, I have enough money now. Don't know what that is over there. Maybe it's a drone. Oh, my drone died. When did it die, though? I didn't even notice. Let me ping stuff. That's a gunner turret. That is... No, I don't want to move there. I don't want to move there. I want to ping whatever that is. Can't see it. What the hell is this? It's a fucking equipment drone. I don't want another equipment drone because I have no equipment to use. What is this? Oh, whoa, what's this? I wish I could... The downside with the pinging is it's very specific. Very antsy. Ants. Ants. Oh man, who's seen that? Probably everyone. Stupid Ant-Man video. And, take a guess what it is. Please be, what do I want? I want brain stalks. I always want brain stalks. It's too good. Sentient meat hook. I mean, it's not bad, it just isn't particularly good. Like, has anyone ever thought, ooh, I really want Sentient Meat Hook here? I mean, Sentient Meat Hook is good on Engineer because you have 3 different entities being able to use its effect. But other than that, not that good. Also, take a notice of all that free money I got to take over to this stage. Not much. Oh shit, here we go again. Oh, pathetic attacks are no match for my iridescent healing. I wonder what the range of the Sentient Meat Hook is. I'm pretty sure it has to be fairly close to you. Send in the Beetle Brigade! Now! Wow, those things are really slow. I saw all of them coming up here. Oh, there they are. Spinal Tonic activate. Increase attack speed, speed, health, health regeneration, everything, crit rate, bloody kitchen sinkage. All of it. Go crazy. You know, if there's one item that this build is missing, it is, fucking Meat Clown. No, not Meat Clown. What the hell am I thinking? Warhorn. Warhorn is a new item that was added, and it's really good in combination with this. So now that I have Soulbound Catalyst, I can activate the whatchamacallit much quicker. Not the whatchamacallit, the Spinal Tonic a lot quicker. Because, of course, cooldown reduction is 4 seconds per kill, and there's a bunch of trash mobs around here. I mean, it's every drinker's dream. So, the downside is that... Actually, no. Let me talk about the upside first. The upside with Spinal Tonic... Hang on, can I clip through this, or did they fix that? It looks like you can no longer clip through the door, okay. Yeah, it was a glitch you could do where you could actually clip through the door. It was pretty cool. What that means is I actually can't get through because I can't activate the shiny thing. Yeah, whatever. So if you activate Spinal Tonic, and you activate Spinal Tonic while Spinal Tonic is being activated, I mean, while it's still active, then you will, not get a... whatchamacallit, there is 0 chance of you getting the thing while it's activated. So basically, if you have infinite activations of this item, you'll never get a debuff because it'll be constantly active. The downside is if somehow, like, you, whatchamacallit, oh, there's the Tonic Affliction. Notice my health is gone. If you manage to, stop the tonic from flowing, all of those debuffs will be applied at once. Also, nice, I got iced. It's fucking ground enemies, Jesus. So let me activate that again, because I can. I believe the Spinal Tonic effect lasts like maybe 12 seconds or something. So if I keep stacking it like I am now, I am actually not going to get a Tonic Affliction, like, while I am able to do this. So if I can manage to keep this going up to the next stage, like when I activate the teleporter, I will not get a Tonic Affliction at all, because it'll have no opportunity to do it, because you can't get one in between stages. Which is good, because I don't actually have to focus on, whatchamacallit, killing the enemies while I have, whatchamacallit, the glaive to do that for me. Jesus, I thought I was out of the way, but I went the wrong way. Activate that again. And there we go. Okay. Some shrine of the mountain, eh? Activate it once more for the next area, just in case. Please last. I think it lasted. Yeah, I only have 1 affliction. I could have just got lucky, though. So all my stats are reduced by 5% while not under the effect of the tonic, which is not good. As you can see, I'm noticeably slower. But yeah, let's grab a fuel cell so that we don't have to deal with that as often. Because of course, having 2 of these things is really good, because it means you can not take the Spinal Tonic Affliction as much. So basically my build is now Spinel tonic. Also, look how fast I can fill up the second charge. And... is it charged yet? Wow, it's surprisingly slow. I was expecting it to be done already, like in maybe 5 seconds, but I guess my cooldown reduction isn't that powerful. Wait a second, I bought the Old War Stealth Kit? What? I could have sworn I just bought the power cell. God damn it, I'm an idiot. Son of a bitch. Hey, 57 leaf clover, which means that I only have a 10% chance of getting a Spinel tonic debuff. That may be worth me spamming this thing. Another thing they added is... oh, well, first off, Chrono Bauble got buffed, so now it's a 2-second whatchamacallit instead of just a 1-second whatchamacallit. Slow. And another thing they did is now gold chests can spawn in all stages after your first loop. It's still very rare, but it can happen. Of course, buffed by multiplayer, but I'm not playing multiplayer. I probably will never record multiplayer on this channel due to how hard it is to get a multiplayer server going with actual competent players that don't leave the match immediately when they die. Activate Shrine of the Newt. Wait a second, was there already a blue orb appeared? Because I didn't get a pop-up saying that a blue orb appeared. God damn it. Well, that was a waste of a coin. I have enough coins anyway. I do plenty of runs where I use no lunar items because, honestly, there are still a bunch of, there's still a very high chance of you not getting any really important lunar item impact. I mean, sure, you can just go for one glass, but what's the point? With how many low impact lunar items there are currently, you know, Corpse Bloom, Effigy of Grief, fucking Hellfire Tincture. Sometimes it's not worth the gamble. Plus it's 3 coins generally for a single item, and 2 for every other item, because of how the new orders work. My frames appear to be dying. Alright, here we go. Stone Titan. Fucking up the world because he is a big, whatchamacallit, N-word, I guess. Because I'm a gamer, I must say the N-word. Let's double that buff. Double down. Dash around. Be a clown. Meat Clown returns. God damn it. I keep trying to pick these up, but I am honestly not good at finding where they are. If only I had brain stalks, then this would be a lot easier. Let's keep the Spinel tonic flowing. Is that it? Oh no, there's this guy over here I didn't notice. Da -da -da -da. My god, the vapor wave is just too much. It's too strong. Nothing can stand up to it. I get a fuel cell. Berserker's Pauldron. Actually, that's pretty good, considering the fact that I'm killing many enemies per second. I don't think I can keep the Spinel tonic flowing forever. There's just not enough enemies currently, which is the sad truth. You see, everything just stopped spawning. It's as if the game knows I'm trying to cheese Spinel tonic. Oh god. I'm coming down! Wow. I guess that was the, Clover giving me the benefits of, no downside. Still slow as shit, though. Of course, because you're not under the effect of the debuff once, you know, once you have it. Once you're on the Spinel tonic, of course it only punishes you when you don't use it. So why am I back here again? I want to look for a Gesture of the Drowned. There's one. It'll put me in permanent spinal tonic state, which is just how I want to be. Gimme. Alright, now I've got to be fast. Thankfully, going through a portal removes your spinal tonic buff, but it also removes your chance of getting the debuff, so that's good. I won't get spinal tonic for the first maybe 5 seconds of the level. 3, 4, 5. No, I was expecting, like, shittier enemies to be spawned, but no, I guess not. So, this is pretty much the, what the rest of the video is going to look like, because of spinal tonic madness. Go, go, go! So how Gesture of the Drowned was nerfed now, for every other stack, it only gives 15% cooldown instead of another 50%. I'm surprised that wasn't how it was originally. You know what, I don't want to trudge around this map anymore. Let's get going. Maybe we'll see the new boss. Hey, Grove Tender. So Grove Tender is an interesting guy. His gimmick is that he spawns a bunch of these shitty little tiny wisps. And each one is an individual enemy. So, if you have Will-o'-the-Wisp, you can pretty much annihilate him. Because they all die and they all make him suffer. And away they go. That was kind of pathetic. Ow! I forgot the wisps don't die when he dies. Oh, there were 3 of them. Hello there! This is getting out of hand. I used the wrong fucking prequel meme quote. My god. Nice 15 frames per second, by the way. This isn't just something you're seeing, I'm seeing it too. And that's probably because my computer can't handle running OBS recording this and everything else at the same time. Little Disciple. Fire tracking wisps while sprinting. So it fires these little pink little wispy guys. This is actually the first time I've picked up this item, so I don't actually know the stats of it. Because this boss is just so infrequently spawning. Only spawns on this stage, so don't expect to see him a whole lot. Spam some glaives. Put them in their graves. So yeah, Grove Tender looks to be like got like a barrel full of tar on his back, because that's kind of what's in these parts, I think. I would be able to see, but no. End of run? Yeah, I guess this will be the end of the run here. Now you've seen the powers of the spinal tonic, however. So yes, I seemingly exerted you. I forgot to turn the brightness down. I turned the brightness up before so I could see the islands. Like, you can see that one obviously off in the distance there. It's only because it's bright enough to see. I don't think you can actually let's do that. Oh yeah, both of the islands. But yeah, I probably should turn the brightness back down to normal levels. Crunch. Oh. Yeah, they added a crunch sound effect if you fall now, but... Oh, it's still procs. This is kind of overshadowed by the teddy bear squeak. I'm pretty sure the clover doesn't work with... Yeah, the clover does not work with the tougher times. And obliterate myself to get back not even the amount of coins I spent on this run. I spent like 6, so whatever. It's worth it. So let's go check the stats of that little disciple, shall we? You can reroll into it now instead of beetle glands, which is good because those items suck. And it does 100% damage per stack, fires every 0.5 seconds. It's just like a wisp mask, except it looks like it's got tape on it or something. No item description because plenty of the items don't. Spinal tonic? No, it doesn't. So here's the exact stats. 15 seconds, damage by 100, attack speed 70, armor 20, max health 50, pass regeneration 300%, move speed 30%, and 20% chance to reduce all your stats by 5 points. Fantastic. I'll see you guys in the next video where I don't know what the next thing I'll record is. No idea. So yeah, see you later. Goodbye.